Today we are going to start with module 6 from our syllabus, and this module number 6 deals with the various aspects like project leadership, ethics in project management, and project closure. So, three important aspects we have to understand in this module number 6, which is the last module from the project management syllabus for your semester 8. Let us try to understand the various contents given in the syllabus. The first point is related to project leadership and ethics. So, under this, we have to study the introduction to project leadership, ethics in projects, multicultural and virtual projects. And the second part is related to the closing phase of the project life cycle. So, as we know, for any project, there are various phases in the project life cycle, like initiating phase, then we are having the planning phase, then execution phase, monitoring and controlling phase, and finally we have the closure phase or closing of the project phase. So in this particular chapter, under the closing project phase, we have to understand customer acceptance, then the reasons for project termination, the various types of project terminations like extinction, addition, integration, starvation, etc. Process of project termination, completing final report, and most importantly, going for lessons learned analysis. Acknowledging the successes and failures, some project management templates and other resources, managing without authority, and areas of further study. So these are the various points which have been mentioned in our syllabus. So let us go to the first part of this chapter or this module, which is focusing on project leadership and ethics in project, that aspect. Project leadership. Whenever the word leader comes in our mind, or whenever we see to the word leader, we always feel that there is something difference uh, between a leader and a boss. So there are many articles you must have also read, either in the social media or in the books or in some magazines. Somebody who is leading a team, somebody who is heading a team, whether he should be called as a leader or he should be called as a boss, because whenever we say the word as boss, it gives the signal that simply orders will be given, and forcefully the people will under working under that particular boss, they will be forced to do the particular task. They will not be doing the task with their own enthusiasm, with their energy, but since it has been assigned, that's why the people will be working on that particular task. So that is a kind of philosophy which is a bossing philosophy. But when it comes to the second terminology, which is leader, again, he is a person who is heading a particular team. But when we say leader, means the people, the person who is having this leadership role, he will be ultimately responsible to get the work done from the people who are working under his leadership, and he will not be simply giving the orders, but he will be a part of that particular team. So he will not consider himself away, or he will not consider himself somebody else than the team members. So he will consider himself also as a team member. He will try to have a good communication with the team members. He will give, or he will try to set the examples by working first on the particular task and then asking the people to follow regarding any particular activity which is to be done. So that is nothing but a kind of leadership philosophy to head a particular team. So appointment of project manager So project manager is one of the most key stakeholder of any project, because he is the person who is actually involved in execution, planning, monitoring, control, closure, all the phases of the project life cycle. And most of the time, many of the decisions they are taken by the project manager. So that's why project manager is one of the most important key stakeholders of any project. So appointment of this project manager is very important to initiate any project. But the project manager is probably the major source input to the project compared to the team, the capital, the materials, or any other input. So project manager himself is must be considered to be the major resource available to the project than other parts of the project, like the project team, the capital required, the materials, and other inputs required. Most or major resource is nothing but the appointment of the project manager, or we can say, more appropriately, we can say appointment of an appropriate project manager is most important for success of any project. As the leader, this person will take responsibility for planning, implementing, and completing the project, beginning with the job of getting things started. So the role of project manager will be like, he will take the entire responsibility of the project to plan the various activities, to execute the various activities, to monitor the activities, to check the quality of the activities which are going to be performed, and finally completing all the tasks which are included in that particular project, so that the project will be completely done, or the project will be completely getting finished. And this particular task, it will start with start the starting point, initiating point. So right from the initiation of the project till the final completion of the project, the project leader will be always the project manager. In the form of the project leader, he will be always taking the responsibility and trying to complete that particular work. The project manager can be chosen and installed as soon as the project is selected for funding, or at any earlier point that seems desirable to senior management. So when is the appropriate time to select the project manager and to give him authority to start working on the project? So the most appropriate time is the maximum earliest you can select the project manager. That is the best part of that particular project. So any earliest moment, whenever the senior management desires that now we should select some project manager and we should assign him the responsibility of this particular project, so the more or the earliest you decide the project manager, that will be the most beneficial thing. So especially when you are selecting the project based upon the investment or the benefit cost analysis, so various parameters whatever you are applying to check whether the project is feasible or not, right from that step, the project manager, if it is associated with the project work, then that will be the best part of your project. If the project manager is appointed prior to project selection, or if the project manager originates the project, several of the usual startup tasks are simplified. So if you go for appointing the project manager at a later stage, then many of the work they will start from that particular point. But if the project manager is appointed before the project is getting selected, or the project manager himself will be originating a particular project, he will initiate the idea, he will initiate what project is to be undertaken, then most of the startup task, most of the startup activities for starting the project, selecting the project, finding the feasibility of the project, evaluating the project, feasibility, all these things, these all will be under that leadership of the project manager, and the things will be much more simplified as compared to the project manager appointed at a later stage. On occasion, a project manager is chosen late in the project life cycle, usually to replace another project manager who is leaving the project for other work. So sometimes it can happen. You have selected a project manager, you have started the project under the leadership of XYZ project manager, but in between, the project manager who has been assigned that particular project is needs to leave that particular project. So there may be several reasons because of which the project manager may need to get replaced. So some of the reasons may be either the project manager is switching the job from one firm to another firm. So that may be the most probable reason why the company will be required to appoint a new project manager for a running project which was which was headed by some project manager for certain phases of the project cycle, but now he is leaving that particular company, maybe for better prospects or for some other opportunities. That's why the project manager may need to be replaced. Second case may be the existing project manager, the company may feel that the same project manager is required for another project, and that project is more critical to the project company, and he is needed at that particular place, which is more important project for your company. So in that case, the project manager may be promoted to some other project, and the existing project may be handed over to some other project manager. Sometimes the third thing is, if the company feels, if the organization feels that the project manager is not working satisfactorily, the project manager's performance is not satisfactorily, then the organization may decide to replace the project manager because the project is either not running on time, or it is exceeding the budget, or the quality of the work is not taken into consideration, or the project manager is not having control on the team is not performing well because the project manager is not working well, something like this. If that is observed, because always there will be performance appraisal, there will be always performance monitoring, and if the organization feels that the project manager is not performing as per the expectations, then the organization may go for changing the project manager. So ideal case is the project manager is always selected during the initiation phase of the project. Rather, he may be selected before the selection of the project itself. But even during the project also, sometimes the situation may come when project manager selection needs to be undertaken because the previous project manager is not continuing with that particular project because of several reasons. The project manager's first set of tasks is typically to prepare a preliminary budget and schedule, to help select people to serve on the project team, to get to know the client, to make sure that the proper facilities are available, to ensure that any supplies required early in the project life are available when needed, and to take care of the routine details necessary to get the project moving. So if we talk about the responsibilities, because normally when we say any particular designation, any particular position in organization, we always say what are the essential characteristics required and what are the roles and responsibilities assigned to that particular position. So whenever we talk about the project leader in the form of project manager, the various tasks, the various roles and responsibilities that are shouldered on him, the first task will be preparing the preliminary budget, because the organization will be very much interested to know how much budget the project will consume, how much budget the project will be required. Because when